All right, so we're about to shoot into this video on legal tips and legal strategies if you find yourself in a real estate lawsuit, as well as how to avoid real estate lawsuits in general. But I just wanted to make it nice and clear that I am not a real estate lawyer. I'm not giving you legal advice. These are just my own crazy opinions. And let's get into the video. What's going on, everybody? So in today's video, we are going to be talking about your favorite subject, real estate lawsuits. And we're going to be talking about how to avoid them, and also some tips if you find yourself in a real estate lawsuit. So tip number one, you should not be doing anything illegal to begin with. Now, I know that sounds obvious, but you would be shocked at how many real estate agents, real estate investors are kind of operating in that gray area and sometimes much beyond the gray area. And they're doing things pretty consistently that would be, a violation of some sort. And things that, they're just not good long-term strategies because, let's say you do something in the gray area or beyond that and maybe you get a deal done that way. Well, good for you. But, if you were to do that over the course of a couple of years, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, eventually something's going to happen and it's probably not going to be good. So tip number one, just don't do anything illegal. That's the best way to stay out of real estate lawsuits. Okay, tip number two is to have everything in writing. And I know that sounds pretty obvious, but you need to have it in writing so that anybody could understand, so that your grandmother could understand, so that a kid looking at a document could understand clearly what you're trying to communicate. In fact, not only should it be in writing, but let's say you're a buyer or a seller, you should try to think about what the other person is also trying to say. For example, just because the person may write it in a way where maybe it's not 100% accurate, but you can still kind of see what they're trying to get at, you should probably follow it from your own interpretation of that. So even if they might have accidentally left something out of there, you should probably still try to follow it to what they're trying to convey. Because I've seen a lot of times, like before closings at walkthroughs or different things like that, where there's huge disagreements because of the way the writing was communicated, the way it was written. So the best tip is to just keep it as simple and straightforward as possible, but also try to think about what the other person is really trying to say if you have something in writing, so that there's no disagreements, no lawsuits, nothing like that. All right, so the next tip, if you do find yourself in a real estate lawsuit, and believe it or not, these real estate lawsuits are fairly common. That's why there's so many lawyers. They happen all the time, so it's not like an unusual thing. And even if you're let's say you're the most honest, most hardworking real estate agent, real estate investor, at some point you will either need to sue somebody or you will be sued, whether it's justified or not. It's just the nature of the business. So if you do find yourself in a real estate lawsuit, you should use your friend Google as much as possible and spend hours just researching maybe case studies, examples of where it's happened in different places, reading the law itself, doing research. Try to become a subject matter expert in whatever the lawsuit is related to, because just the more educated you are, it's just going to help, probably help you save some costs on legal fees, but it's just going to help you become a more informed real estate professional. The next tip would be to get free legal advice. And there's actually several ways of doing this. Number one, if you're a real estate agent or a real estate investor, you can ask your real estate agent friends, you can ask your real estate broker, you can ask other real estate investors that you're friends with, hey, what would you do in this situation? What do you think of this? And if you get a couple opinions, that's usually, that should give you a pretty good idea of probably the outcome of your own real estate lawsuit. In addition to that, if you're a licensed real estate agent, pretty much every realtor organization I know of, part of the monthly dues, or actually it's a yearly due that you pay, you'll have a legal hotline, meaning there's a full-time lawyer on staff that you can call that will give you their legal opinion on whatever legal situation you might find yourself in regards to real estate. So in addition to asking friends and business professionals, you should also talk to a lawyer. That's what they're there for. Okay, lastly, if it really comes down to it, you obviously need to hire a lawyer. So try to get referrals from a couple different lawyers. So this can be referrals from different real estate agent friends, real estate investor friends, just doing research online. Try to find a couple lawyers, talk to them, see if they can help you out, see what they're all about, see what their prices are, and see what they think the outcome might be. Because a lot of times, legal consultations are free. So you can reach out to a lawyer, explain the situation, and they can tell you if they can help you out or not. They'll take a look at any documents. If they're a real estate lawyer, which they should be, like you shouldn't just be getting DUI lawyers or medical lawyers or other types of lawyers, get a real estate specialist, obviously, and they should be able, free of charge, to tell you if they can help you out, what the cost might be, how long they might think it will take, the likelihood of the success of the lawsuit. So try to reach out to them, try to find a couple people, get a couple quotes, talk to several people, and choose a lawyer from there. And they'll probably put you on a retainer of some sort, but that's just the cost of doing business sometimes. And just to wrap this video up, let's say you're in a lawsuit, you have a lawyer on retainer, they're doing a good job, you've seeked out some opinions from real estate agent friends, real estate investor friends, you've talked to the legal hotline, you've informed yourself just from doing research. You can still reach out to another lawyer and maybe hire them just for $150 for a half hour of their time, and ask them what their opinion is. If you just want to be extra sure. There's nothing, it's not like every lawyer is just going to charge you, $5,000. There's plenty of lawyers where, hey, you can say, look, I just want to book, a half hour of your time, maybe even 15 minutes of your time, maybe an hour of your time if they have a minimum. But, most lawyers will be open to that scenario. So you can always run it by someone else as well. Okay, so there you have it, some legal tips, some lawsuit tips, and I am not a lawyer. I am not giving you legal advice. This is just my own personal opinion. But I would review these tips, always be informed, always talk to other people, always get, a second or even third opinion, and then hire someone that's recommended, that specializes in real estate, in that part of real estate that you might have the lawsuit with. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, please like, please share it, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.